Alright, today on DockSide TV, we're going to be traveling from coast to coast. We're headed east again, going towards the Panhandle of Florida. Our first stop's going to be Perdido Key again. We got a little bit of knowledge of fishing this place. This is our second or third time fishing here. And we started off on this trip just fishing the flats. We're armed with matrix shad and vortex shads only. We're fishing a couple different sizes of the GoldenEye jig heads. We're using the 5/16 black platinum. Been using some 1/8, got a 3/8 ounce. We even use a little bit of 1/2 ounce on the GoldenEyes, black, red, and gold hooks. And when we first started on the flats, we were using a light hook. We went with a 1/4 ounce, and we were using the ultraviolet matrix shad. And we covered a lot of ground, covered some flats, fishing in 2 to 5 foot of water, and we caught a couple nice speckled trout. The trout in Florida, especially in that clean water, are very smart. And the shallower you go, the smarter they are. But we're starting to get a hang of it, not spooking the fish. So we caught some trout in these shallows. While we were going down the shoreline on these grass flats, we saw a canal that cut in with some homes on it. We figured it'd be deeper, which it was. So we switched to a 3/8 ounce GoldenEye jig head and proceeded to pitch all of the docks that this canal system was on. It was like a subdivision. It was about the 6th or 7th cast, pitching these docks, boom. Hook into a really nice slot redfish, probably weighed 6 to 8 pounds. Really nice fish, fought him for a while. And what we did, we switched to 8-pound mono here lately, which is not our forte back home in Louisiana, using this light line for these spooky fish. So whenever we're fishing around structure like this, we had to really play the fish strategically to keep it out of the bridge pile, the pilings of the people's docks, which we succeeded and landed this really nice redfish that you see right here in this clip.
Well, after catching a couple nice trout on the flats and jigging those camp docks in that canal with deeper water with a couple nice slot reds, we decided to go ahead and run back towards the intercoastal. And as we were running through, we noticed this restaurant is a little oyster bar restaurant, probably hanging over the water about 50 feet, 60 feet or so, with some shade underneath. Had probably about 8 to 10 feet of water down below it. Well, I put on a 3/8 jig head with a magneto. We started jigging under the boat docks and ended up catching a pretty nice little 14-inch flounder. Had a couple other bites, a couple fish that broke us off, might have been some ladies and all, and we managed to set the hook in a couple other fish, but couldn't quite know what they were. But it was pretty cool to go ahead to Perdido like that for one of the first times and catch a little inshore slam like that. Well, after fishing Perdido in the morning, we went ahead and moved on over to Pensacola, put the boat back on the trailer, headed on east that way, and launched the boat, ran across, and first thing we seen was this causeway-style bridge, probably a couple miles long, big wide poles, and about 15 to 20 feet of water. Jigged that for a little while and didn't quite have any luck. Had a couple bites, which could have been Spanish or ladyfish, but we ended up going over to the shipyard. Had this great big ship, supply ship. We didn't know what it was, but it was a monster ship. And underneath those docks, they had about 35 to 40 feet of water, so it was pretty deep. Water was clean, again, just like it was anywhere else. Throwing, pitching under there, and I ended up catching a pretty nice little trout. Ended up getting off on me at the boat, going to net it. But right after that, we went right back to what we were doing, and we got on a good little run of some white trout. And they were pretty nice white trout, 14 to 16 inches. We probably could have caught a bunch more of them, but we didn't really want to mess around with them too much. We went ahead and tried a couple other spots, and it wasn't really happening as far as what we were trying to do for some bigger trout. For all our other videos, check out www.docksidela.com. And also for our matrix shad and any of our other projects, vortex shad, GoldenEye jig heads, check out matrixshad.com, www.matrixshad.com. I'll see you next time.
Leave your worries at the dock and come enjoy the water. It's total peace of mind. If you both won't go, don't you worry. Ceto time, peace of mind. To the rescue, Ceto time. To the rescue, Ceto time. Ceto.com.